I've been in land for a long time in real estate, and I get a lot of folks asking me questions. Like they want to get into land, and they're like, "Hey, I want to know about. I want to start getting land entitlements." And it's a big thing. A lot of people marketing land entitlements and so forth. And essentially, it's just subdividing a land. Okay, entitling meaning that you get a piece of land, and then you subdivide it, and you allow so you have buildable lots. And as you can imagine, if you've never done that before, there's a lot involved. I started out doing this in 1995, actually, building the subdivision in near Mace Meadows Golf Course there off of Highway 88 in California, Emerald County. There's a lot involved, okay? And so a couple of things you need to understand is if you want to get involved with this, number one, you've got to either have some deep pockets yourself. And you say, well, how deep? Look, you got to have some cash, period, either yourself or your partners, okay? And you have to have the right team because this is a huge deal. I mean, and there's risk involved. There really is because ultimately you're going to be before the planning zone. It might be city council if it's in the city or the county guys like they're going to want to know. I mean, they're going to have a hearing essentially. They're going to you could have people object to. I've had people object to my subdivision before, and you have to deal with that kind of thing, right? And get an advocate, sometimes maybe attorney, and anyways. So, is there big money in this? Yeah, absolutely there is. Okay, you can make a lot of money in land development, but it's not a get rich quick thing. Okay, there's a lot of process involved with this, with the preliminary plat, with all the engineering involved. You can imagine a huge amount of engineering. Okay, to get this thing through, and it could take 18, 20 months. It could take 2 years more, whatever, all this stuff, right? So that's kind of a general overview. And so I wanted to make this video though to give you some. If you've never done this before, or you don't have a whole bunch of money, and kind of thing, and you want to get into land stuff, the alternative to this, one of the ways you can get into your own development in the future, is understanding administrative lot splits, because administrative lot splits is you're not having to deal with hardly any of this red tape. It's based on what the zoning is for a particular parcel. So you have a house there. I've done a bunch of videos on this. Get a house and you look what zoning is. And zoning say zoned R2, you can have two dwellings in the parcel. Well, now there's a bureaucrat sitting at the planning and zoning department within the city or the county, whatever, and you have the ability to divide the lot, subdivide the lot at the administrative level. They have that. They can do it. You don't have to have the engineering per se and the preliminary plat and the hearing and none of that stuff, right? So it's fairly low hanging fruit. Okay, so those, and once you do a couple of these things and you understand kind of how it works, and I mean, just do the math. You got a house and you sell the house, and you make sign the house, you make $5,000-6,000. Now you got to build a lot. Those were 50 grand. Now you sell that lot. You do that a few times. You have some cash. You understand the process. Yeah, then you can really kind of get in if you want to get into bigger entitlement projects. Yeah, absolutely. You got some cash behind you. Get some experience. And most importantly, when you're talking to the big players, the buyer builders whom you're going to be working with your big entitlement projects, you're going to have a track record. They're going to know who you are because you've done this before, right? These guys who are successful, very deep pocket guys, rich guys, they don't have time for you if you're just new. Like they don't want to mentor you, tutor you, whatever, answer your stupid questions. I mean, and you go, well, they're not stupid. Well, to them, they're stupid, right? So you're not bringing anything to those guys. They don't need you. Period. Okay, they just don't. But how they can need you is once you bring some of the table, some knowledge, that kind of thing. So administrative law splits really can help you out. That's my advice to you. And what you're looking for in administrative law split is specifically a lot that can be split at the administrative level, but it's eligible for a building permit. Okay, just because you can split the lot doesn't mean anything if you can't do anything with it. So you want to look for a building permit. And I have a mind map that I go through all this kind of stuff with you. And you can answer these kinds of questions every time you're looking at a piece of land. Like if it's eligible for the building permit, what's involved? The utilities, okay? Where's power coming from? Where's water and sewer coming from? Or septic and well kind of thing, right? All this kind of stuff that's in there. So that's what my encouragement to you. So if you want to get in the land entitlement, and you don't have any money, no experience, I would recommend really go after administrative lot splits. That can really help you get your feet wet, make some really good money in the process, and then you really familiarize yourself with the players in your city, your town, your county, the area, and you can get into bigger projects. So I hope this helps. And listen, if you have any questions about this, the whole land subdividing process, whatever, the straight loss list, let me know below, and potentially we'll get on a Zoom call and maybe we do some business together and talk about some joint ventures. Godspeed. See you in the next video.